up.
Do you know, as stuffed as I already am, I am now craving one of Krystal's jalapeno cheeseburgers.
Serious?
Yes, I am, even after that delicious meal. And mint chocolate chip just isn't doing it for me anymore.
So, your doctor calls and says that you are far enough along to have an amnio, and you're talking cheeseburgers, ice cream?
Is there a problem?
Well, I just figured you want to jump at the chance to have it done.
Why would you think that?
Because so far you've done everything by the book when it comes to this pregnancy.
Well, who says getting an amnio is going by the book?
Well, from what I've read, it is recommended for high-risk pregnancies.
Yeah, we are high risk, no doubt about it. An amnio is a valuable tool. I mean, it can tell us if our baby might have things like sickle cell, cystic fibrosis, Down's syndrome.
So wouldn't you want to know ahead of time if the baby has any of those?
No, because I cannot take any more bad news.
Well, you look like you could use a caffeine fix. Or forget the coffee, why not something from behind the bar, huh?
Now you're talking.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay. Talk to me.
Is that obvious? It's a case I'm working on.
Personal?
No, it's just a job.
Are you sure?
Yes. Come on, man, give me a break. You know how I get wrapped up in my work.
I know. Don't work too hard, okay?
Hey!
Well, hello, counselor.
Hello.
Latte or legal work?
Oh, actually, I have a little paperwork I'd like you to help me with.
And by paperwork, you're talking about the subpoenas for the other possible suspects before the jury?
Yeah. I've already got Ryan on board.
Wow. It's really big of him, considering it could turn him into the next prime suspect.
Seems to be the only thing he's really concerned with is getting Greeley off the hook.
Of course.
Unfortunately, I have, as you can see, a few more people that I have to serve these to.
Yeah, you're not going to be a popular guy tonight.
Yeah, to say the very least.
I'm falling in love with this child more and more every day. And from the research I've done, when a woman your age is expecting, certain tests are recommended.
Recommended, not required.
Baby, listen. Don't you think it's better to know now about any possible potential problems?
Jesse, haven't we had enough challenges already? I'm still learning how to find my way. And I can't deal with one more challenge. Now, by the time the baby comes, I will be ready to face anything, but I just need more time. Besides, amniocentesis is not without risk.
It's only a 1% chance of miscarriage.
1% is more than zero.
You're a doctor.
Yes, I am.
I suppose we're done talking about this, huh?
We were done 10 minutes ago.
You are going to walk into that courtroom tomorrow, and the bailiff is going to say, "All rise," and those butterflies are going to disappear, and Greenlee is going to be in the best hands imaginable.
You see, this is why you're on the payroll.
I know how to butter up the boss.
You know when he needs it. Thank you. Well, there's two that are going to save me the trouble of finding them.
I have it.
Hello, you two.
Jackson, welcome back.
Hi, Angie.
Hi, Jackson. We didn't think you guys were ever coming back.
Well, you know, Erica and me, we just can't stay away from Pine Valley too long. Jess, if you've got a moment to talk in private, I'd appreciate it. It won't take but a minute.
Sure. I'll be right back.
I'm fine.
Thanks, Linda.
So, looks like a subpoena.
Yeah. Well, come on, it can't be a surprise. I would want to question the chief of police in the murder investigation, huh?
You got one for Angela, too?
I do.
What, for her professional opinion, or because of her grudge against Hayward?
The latter, I'm afraid, Jesse. It's something I have to do.
Paint my wife out to be a murder suspect?
Just doing my job.
Did you call Erica?
Why would I do that? She wasn't even in town when David died.
Says who?
Jesse, this isn't personal.
Putting my wife on the stand, making her look like a murderer, doesn't get more personal than that, Jackson.
You know, to be honest, with your schedule, I'm kind of surprised you're out on a school night.
Jesse and I needed a change in scenery.
Yeah. You know, I sensed a little tension when you two walked through that door. I mean, it's not the baby, is it?
You know, actually, the baby is one of the most positive things in my life right now.
I'm sure it is for Jesse, too.
Yeah, he's been amazing. It's just that we don't have the same take on things.
You know what, Angela? I'm sure Jesse is just worried about how you're going to handle the baby now.
He's pushing me to have an amnio.
Well, that is standard procedure for a woman over 35.
Well, standard or not, it's not a risk I'm willing to take.
I had the same debate when I was pregnant with Jenny. You know, when you're not sure if it's going to be your last time or not, you don't want to take any chances.
Okay, so another woman in this town over 35 who made the choice not to have an amnio.
I had one. It wasn't an easy decision, but I'm glad I did it.
It's a personal decision.
Yes, it is.
If it makes you feel any better, Ryan is taking the stand. Jake, too. Look, let's cut to the chase here. Let's be honest. You go back a few months in this town, and nobody has locked horns publicly more with David Hayward than Angie.
It doesn't make her a murderer.
Of course it doesn't. Look, I need 1 or 2 jurors who have some reasonable doubt. That's what I'm looking for, Jesse. You know how this works. Come on. You cannot sit there and tell me that if our roles were reversed, you wouldn't be doing the same damn thing. Come on. For Natalia, for Frankie, you would go to the trenches. You know you would.
Of course I would.
Of course you would.
I understand that your daughter was locked in a loveless marriage with David Hayward and you couldn't help her. So you take a trip around the world with Erica. You're guilty. And now you're trying to do everything you can to make up for that, Jackson.
No, there's no way.
Hey, I'm on my way.
How do you know where I am?
Tad. Oh, sorry. I thought you were Madison.
Listen, I'm in confusion. How fast can you get over here?
Is it something good?
Well, it's good for somebody, but it isn't good for you.
And the fact that she never gives up, Jackson, it's a huge inspiration to me and everybody that she knows. So if you need to serve somebody, you serve me. I hated Hayward just as much as anybody else did. You put me on that stand. You use me to make the best case you can for Greenlee. You can't do this to Angela. Not now. Not if you are the decent, honorable, ethical man that I know you are.
There is nothing scarier than the idea that something could happen to your baby because of a choice you made. But isn't that what being a mother is all about? I mean, total terror. That something you do is going to screw your kids up.
I guess it is.
And if you're me, you screw up plenty, but not because you don't try to do the right thing. You just have to know that you can't make any decisions that are based in fear.
This baby is so tiny, Krystal, and it has been through so much already, and obviously I'm not the youngest mom. I'm not the healthiest mom. Not by a long shot.
But you are the strongest. And you have more than that, Angie. When I had to make that decision, I was sort of alone. The baby was Tad's, but I was married to Adam at the time, and that put me in a kind of limbo that is just, it's really hard to describe, except to say that I was probably the loneliest I've ever been in my life. But you're lucky. No matter what you decide, you'll always have Jesse to lean on.
You're right. You're right. I am lucky. I am very